he is involved with. And then we had big news last night. First of all, there's a debate in the New York City mayor's race, which has many very interesting moments that I think you guys will be interested in. But then when I woke up this morning, we got the news that AOC did decide to jump in and endorse Zohran Mamdani, who is, as you guys probably know, the Democratic Socialist challenger to frontrunner Andrew Cuomo. There's a bunch of other people in this race too, but really it comes down to, is it going to be Cuomo or is it going to be Mamdani at the end of the day?
Yeah, it's a two-dog hunt at this point.
Yeah, there's some, we'll get to it. But let's go ahead and start. We don't even have this on the board yet because we've added this in yesterday evening as well, but wanted to make sure to make mention of the fact Trump did announce a new travel ban. He put out a video explaining, his thinking here and why he's imposing this now. Let's go ahead and take a listen to that.
The recent terror attack in Boulder, Colorado, has underscored the extreme dangers posed to our country by the entry of foreign nationals who are not properly vetted, as well as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas. We don't want them. In the 21st century, we've seen one terror attack after another carried out by foreign visa overstayers from dangerous places all over the world. And thanks to Biden's open door policies, today there are millions and millions of these illegals who should not be in our country. In my first term, my powerful travel restrictions were one of our most successful policies, and they were a key part of preventing major foreign terror attacks on American soil. We will not let what happened in Europe happen to America. That's why on my first day back in office, I directed the Secretary of State to perform a security review of high-risk regions and make recommendations for where restrictions should be imposed. Among the national security threats their analysis considered are the large-scale presence of terrorists, failure to cooperate on visa security, inability to verify travelers' identities, inadequate record-keeping of criminal histories, and persistently high rates of illegal visa overstays, and other things. Very simply, we cannot have open migration from any country where we cannot safely and reliably vet and screen those who seek to enter the United States.
And this is an example of Trump 2 being prepared in a way that Trump 1 wasn't. Correct. Because Trump 1, they do the Muslim ban right out of the gate. It's ridiculous. It gets thrown out in court. You can't do a Muslim ban.
Right.
So then they look through, over the next 8 years, and they sort of tried a version of it in Trump 1, but they looked through the regs and the laws, and they're like, oh, wait, so a president can say that restriction from a particular country is restricted if we say it's not because we're bigoted against Muslims, but because of reasons.
Right.
So on day one, he said, State Department, go find reasons for a variety of countries. And noticeably, they throw in a few non-Muslim majority countries so that you can't say that it's a Muslim ban.
Yeah, put M2 up on the screen. This has the list of a dozen, I think, countries that they have picked here.
Afghanistan, Burma, Chad, Republic of the Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Yemen. None of this is funny, but I did see one good joke. They said, man, Equatorial Guinea must have crossed the line. Like, okay, that's kind of bad, but also kind of good.
Ultimate dad joke there, right?
Again, not funny. Yes, again, not funny. And then there's another 7 similar-ish countries that are, getting restrictions, but not a total ban. So yeah, this is just slapdash across the board, but designed to stand up in court.
Yeah, and this was the thing, is it's not like they needed much justification last time around. You just can't outright be like, we are racist and discriminating against Muslims, right? You had to give some fig leaf. And then, yes, the executive does have a significant amount of discretion. So I still expect this will face court challenges. And, I don't want to predict ultimately where that goes, but it has a much more higher likelihood of standing up in court than it did the first time around. And the other thing people are raising, Ryan, is we have the World Cup coming here. And there's exemptions in here for players from these countries, but not from fans. for fans from these countries. So this has really, obviously, significant impact, not to mention being sort of overtly discriminatory and throw back to Trump 1.0. The other thing that's worth mentioning is he name checks there the Egyptian national who committed that terror attack in Boulder, Colorado, as justification. I mean, Egypt isn't on this list.
Yes, he's Egyptian.
But, he's using this
Egypt
as
is too important of an ally to do this.
Exactly. Yeah. But he's using this as a pretext to say, oh, see, this is the justification.
Like invading Iraq because Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan attacked us.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Similar to that. Exactly. So in any case, I don't think that was the reason that he did this. I think it, is something that he used to make the rhetorical case. But to your point, Ryan, it looks like they've been working on this effectively from day one to try to do this in a way that may actually stand up in court. There was one other piece of immigration news here that is quite significant we wanted to get in the show. You can put M4 up on the screen. That federal court judge, Boasberg, here in D.C., issued a ruling saying, hey, those people that you just swept up and sent to El Salvador to CICOT to rot in a concentration camp for life with zero due process, you got to figure out some way for them to be able to challenge their removals. So, obviously the Trump administration has done everything they can to defy the courts, especially when it comes to the migrants who were sent to CICOT. So I don't expect anything imminent in terms of a process that will enable these men who were, sentenced to life in a gulag with no due process to be able to challenge their detention there. But this will, begin a process that will play out through the courts, and we'll see where it goes from here, Ryan.
Yes, indeed. We have a programming note. We mentioned this yesterday and the day before. For this month, we're bringing back the monthly, so $10 a month premium subscriptions to Breaking Points. We used to have those, then it switched to just annual. But sometimes it's tough to plunk down a whole $100. So this is if you want to be a premium subscriber, but you don't want to lay all that out all at once, you can just do the monthly. And also, in order to coax you in there. Here's a free month. So you go to breakingpoints.com and put the promo code BP free. That is just for people watching this. Do not share this with anybody. This
Exclusive.
This is just between us. And you tell your friends and family.
Yeah,
Don't tell anybody else other than that.
Yes, only the best people are allowed to avail themselves of this offer. And you made a great point yesterday, Ryan, when we were talking about this. Have you noticed that we don't subject you to obnoxious ad reads where we try to, hawk occasionally disturbing products to you?
Exactly.
The reason is because of you guys supporting us. And by the way, there's been a big response to this promotion. So thank you guys so much to those of you who have signed up.
And if we don't have a huge response, then we will start reading ads. That is not a threat. That is a promise. And I will be on air reading Hims ads, and it won't be the hair loss ones. So if you don't want to subject yourself to that, breakingpoints.com. The promo code is BP.
Some people might be into that, Ryan. I don't know.
Some people might be canceling right now. I don't want to do. I actually wouldn't do that, so don't do that.
There's some hardcore Grimheads out there. You never know. You never know what they might be into. All right, guys, 2 quick things. Number 1, by popular demand, we are bringing back the monthly subscription. Number 2, you can get a month free, Ryan, by putting in that promo code BPFree at breakingpoints.com.
Yeah, and I think the most important reason to become a premium subscriber is just as an act of support for the show. It helps us do what we're doing. But if you're curious what the benefits are of doing it, take the free month, and you'll see you get the AMAs, you get the second half of the Friday show, you get it, you get the full show emailed to you earlier. It makes your life much better. Do it for a month. At, breakingpoints.com, BP free is a promo code. And if after a month your life isn't dramatically improved, you can just cancel. If it is, it's just $10 a month.
There you go.